everyone, George the Rambling Man here. Hope everybody's doing well. It's a Saturday afternoon, out for a ride. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever planned to ride for a day, either a short one or a long one, and at just some point during the ride just kind of cut it off and say, I'm not going to do this? Well, that's kind of what happened to me today. Last night I was just looking at some maps and trying to look around some, areas I could go riding today. The weather looked fairly nice. Around where I live is, it was supposed to be in the high 60s, low 70s, just about perfect riding weather. So I started looking at routes, and it didn't look like there was any rain on the way, so I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to get up early, and I'm going to take off, and I'm going to ride up to the Cherahalla Skyway and ride that today. From my house up to Tellico Plains, which is the western end of the Skyway. Tellico Plains is in Tennessee, just above the Georgia border. That's probably about a 2-hour ride from my house to get up there. So I was going to leave early and try to get up there before noon and then ride the 50 miles or so east to Robbinsville and then back to my house. I mean, overall it was about a 260-mile round trip, which is pretty much an all-day ride, but I was going to get going early and the weather looked fairly decent, so I said, man, that'd be a great day. So I got up early this morning, and it was a little cloudier, a little cooler than I thought it was going to be. And I didn't leave home quite as quickly as I wanted to, but as I got going and got going farther north, headed up towards Tellico Plains, I was kind of up on Georgia Highway 5, the Appalachian Highway that kind of cuts through Canton and Ellijay and Blue Ridge. As I was going up that road, it was getting cloudier and colder and windier. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I picked the best day to do this or not. So I pulled over and got some fuel, cup of coffee, and sat down, started looking at my phone and checking the weather. And weather forecasts can change pretty quickly, and although there was no imminent threat of rain, the temperatures along the Skyway and up around Tellico Plains and Robbinsville were 15 to almost 20 degrees cooler than down here where I live. And it's not unbearable riding. I got my leather coat on and a nice warm t-shirt underneath, but it was really windy and cloudy, and so I got on my bike and rode a little bit more, and I just wasn't into it. I said, you know what, I'm not going to do this. This is not going to be an enjoyable day. So I got up to Blue Ridge and turned around. I'm headed back home now. I just left Ball Ground. I'm on Highway 372 between my home in Cumming and Ball Ground, and it's much sunnier down here and much warmer than it was farther north. And I probably should have just planned to ride right around this area and done that. But I don't know if you guys ever had that happen to you, where you plan a ride and just you get into it and you say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. Well, that's what happened to me today, and it's late in the afternoon now, and I'm headed home, and I texted Mrs. George the Rambling Man and told her I was cutting it off a little earlier and not going to be home so late. And this is just the time of year when the weather can change, and I guess that's about true just about anywhere. But for me, yesterday was a really nice day. I got out yesterday, and this weekend I've rode both days, and I can't not remember the last time I've had a weekend, probably last summer when Stoney and I rode up around the Blue Ridge Parkway, that I actually ride a good bit on 2 consecutive weekend days. But I got out yesterday and I took some roads I really hadn't been on before. Really found some great roads around here. Went up past Big Canoe on Steve Tate Road, went north to Highway 136, went over west to Talking Rock, and kind of around that area. So it was a great ride yesterday, and it was in the 80s, and it was just beautiful. And I was anticipating today was going to be the same way. And when I was up at Blue Ridge a little while ago, and it was so cold and windy and cloudy, I just I just cut it off. It's just one thing about riding solo, you can do that. If you if you want to change your itinerary, you just change your itinerary. And that's what I did. As I turn off at 372 here onto Newt Green Road, which goes past the Hawks Ridge Golf Course, which is a pretty high-end golf course around here, and then right over to Franklin Gold Mine Road and where I live. Hope everybody's doing well with the coronavirus problem. I know I've been working from home, haven't been going to the office, my travel's been cut off, our business is slowed, and I've found myself, just with a lot of free time that I don't normally have. It's been good to be home with the family, but it's different for me. So how's it been for you? How's your life changed with all this? I guess it's affecting everybody, especially if you live in New York or California where you've been ordered to stay home. You haven't done that yet. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get out and ride today. And I told my wife when I left, I said, I just want to get out because there could be an order that we can't get out here pretty soon. We need to make sure we're stocked up on supplies, and while the weather's nice and while I can get out, I'm going to get out. But one, positive thing, having a little bit extra free time. I mean, I've caught up on some things around the house, but also one of the things I've been wanting to do really for the past year or so, ever since Tony and I rode last summer, was to upgrade all the lights on my motorcycle to LED. The front headlight, the front passing, passing lamps, driving lights, the turn signals, the brake light. And I went online and I have got every single replacement bulb now in LED except for the passing lamps on the front here. This is a Suzuki passing lamp that I have right out of the OEM parts catalog for Suzuki, and I can't find bulbs that will fit these particular passing lamps except on Suzuki's website, and they're sold out right now. They have LED replacement bulbs, but they're sold out. So I ordered all the other bulbs. I've got them, and I'm thinking maybe next weekend, if I have some time, I'm going to put them in. I'll do a before and after video and see if you can see the difference on the video. But I'm really looking forward to having full LED lights on my motorcycle. Just another safety upgrade I think is well worth it. And just for your information, and this is without the driving lights, this is a front headlight and 4 turn signals and a brake light. Cost me $300. So I don't know how it breaks out per light, but it's not cheap. And the passing lamps are probably another 50 bucks. So it's not cheap, but I think it's well worth it, and I look forward to putting that video out pretty soon. Okay, folks, there's the friendly sheriff from Forsyth County making sure I'm not speeding. This is George Rambleman. Bye for now, and we will talk to you later.